Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gilbert. In this video, I want to talk to you about one of the common mistakes I see people make with index options in an IUO. Even agents sometimes fall for this one. Now, index options are how your cash value actually grows in an IUO. So when you start an IUO, you have to choose where the cash is going, which index options you want your money tied to. That's how the cash is credited in your account. Now, here's where most people mess up. They look at the list of index options, see which ones have the biggest historical average, and they're like, these are the ones that I want, the 9%, the 11%, the 14%. But that can be a huge mistake. Let me show you what I mean. So here's an example for National Life IUO here. And we have a number of options. We have the US pace setter here. We have the balance trend index here, as well as a number of S&P 500 options here. So naturally, most people would just go for either the US pace setter because it has big averages, or maybe they might go for the balance trends, which also has quite big averages over 15-20 year period. This is what most people are not aware of. Some of these averages includes back-tested data. What that means is that before the index ever comes to exist, someone designs it on paper and tests how it would have performed had it existed in the past. And of course, when they do that, they can mix and match any combination of stocks and bond, trying to find what combination will beat a target index, let's say S&P 500 in this case. So naturally, the historical performance will look amazing, right? Because until they're able to come up with a combination that will beat the index, then this new index will not be created. So let me show you what the illustration actually says. So let's go there real quick. So in this IUO product, the National Life product, when we go somewhere down the pages, it tells us that US Pace Setter Index only was launched in December 2021. And the Balance Trend Index was launched November 2017. So if that's the case, it means the 15-20 year average you are seeing is not actual real world performance. It includes back-tested data. So we have the website right here. So let's go to the website and let me show you what the real world performance of these indexes look like. So let's start with the US Pace Setter Index. So the red line you're seeing right here is the US Pace Setter, and the blue line is the S&P 500. So you can see from the inception date, which is this vertical line, all the way to the left, the red, which is the US Pace Setter, is beating the S&P 500. This is the back-tested data, right? You have to find a combination that will beat it. But you can see that on the right-hand side, the opposite actually has happened when it went live. So the vertical line is the inception date when it actually became real world. And you can see that the red line has not performed. It's been sideways and downwards. So it has not really performed as the back-tested data. Now, there can be a number of reasons for this. One of them being the interest rate environment has changed. So we've been in a low interest rate environment for a long period of time, and now we find ourselves in a high interest rate environment. So I'm not saying that's the only reason. That could be one of the reasons. I don't really know the exact details here. This is why you cannot rely on the historical averages, because it could be different from the actual performance. Now let's look at the UBS Balance Trend Index as well. So you can see this is the UBS trend. The left side is the historical. You see how it's very steep, which shows good performance. But when we go to the right hand side here, you can see that it's been a little bit up, but mostly to the side, which is nothing compared to what we are seeing on the left, the historical performance. So this is why it's so important that you work with an agent who actually reviews your policy every year. They can see what's working and what is not and help you make smart adjustments. So yeah, don't just pick the index with the biggest historical averages. Check how long it's been live, look at the real world performance, and make sure someone is actually helping you review it along the way. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions about IUL whole life insurance, or you just want a second opinion on your policy, feel free to book a free time with me or put your questions in the comment section. I'll walk you through whatever you need to know and help you make sense out of it all. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.